This is an opportunity for us to receive feedbacks from you again on activities on the field since we started implementation of the new tariff regime. We would like to hear from you responses from customers and how we have been able to manage them. We also like to hear from you responses in terms of improvements that is being observed nationwide in the electricity supply to the customers. Let me use the opportunity to thank you anyway for the good job you've been doing. We also felt it that activities of discourse have since improved. Your rate of responsiveness to customer complaints, to customer service has also improved, even though we have not gotten to where we are going. We are still far away. But when we notice such positive improvements, we also need to bring it to your notice and commend you and engender you to not to rest on your horse. We need to do more. And this goes to tell us that Nigerians are watching. When we are performing, they see it. When we don't perform, they say it. We all know the avalanche of criticisms, condemnations that we witnessed in the first quarter of this year, which I mentioned that it was not going to be acceptable, that we needed to raise our game, that we needed to improve on our performance. And I'm happy that you heeded the advice. And the last 3 to 4 months have been quite impressive. Even though we don't settle for crumbs, these are baby steps. We need to start taking giant steps. And I'm sure our results will speak for us. When there was that media war, both the conventional media and the social media, criticizing the sector operators and all that. And people will say, oh, we should manage this media. I say, what do you want to manage in the media? What kind of management do you want to achieve if it's not supported by substance? Let's go out there and change the narratives and work and let them see the results. Nigerians will make a U-turn. They will somersault and start acknowledging the good performance. There may be some reluctance at the early stage, but when the performance becomes overwhelming, they won't have a choice than to start acknowledging it. And we have seen it. But to me, it's still a very, very fragile achievement. The only way we can consolidate it is to make it sustainable and to even improve upon it. So, I'd like to hear from you on that. Then, lastly on the feedback is, we'd like to know how you've been managing this migration from the lower bands to band A. We all know that there's an incentive to migrate our customers to band A, where we can charge a cost-reflective tariff. But the tariff being paid by other bands today is below cost of production, of generation, not to add wheeling charges, not to add disco charges. Our plan is to eventually look at the tariffs of other bands and raise it with a minimal service covenant or lower service covenants than the band A. But the mood of the country today does not permit that. It does not. You can't even try. We can't even touch it. That is the intention. So the only way we can actually improve our average tariff across the customers is to consistently work on infrastructure improvements across the distribution network so that more and more customers will be migrated to band A. Once they are migrated and you are fulfilling the service covenant of minimum of 20 hours, fine, there will be minimal resistance here and there. But because they are happy with service, the resistance will be lower than it used to be. So you still collect. We also expect that your collection efficiency will drop a bit. Okay, from billing efficiency and collection efficiency will drop a bit because you now supply more power to the people. Even if your collections in the absolute sense increases in naira terms, by the time you get the percentage of collections to total bills, it will be lower. We know. But with time, it will ramp up. It will ramp up. So we still don't need to reject power. Let us keep supplying. Once the mood of the customers is changing for the positive, their readiness to pay or willingness to pay too will also improve. And I know that I made a call to one or two of the CEOs of DISCOs